coming. Woo! All right, come on, girls. Come on. Woo! Come on. All right. Woo! Come on. Oh, come on. Woo! Come on, people. If you think you're being left out, oh no. Come on. Everybody up. Woo! Come on. Oh, baby. Come on. Woo! Woo! Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Go. Oh, you know I'm calling you. There we are. Come on, ladies. I don't see you standing up. Woo! Is this amazing? Wow! I have to tell you something. You all saw those Christmas trees earlier on? This morning, I woke up well, thank God, right? But this morning I woke up with that same feeling, like when it was Christmas morning. I was so excited. See, I was the kind of kid that I was up at 4 o'clock in the morning and bang the pots, wake up, Santa has arrived. Anybody else here did that? Yeah. Awesome. So there I was this morning, amazed, excited, and so ready to see you. I've been seeing you for over 30 years in my mind. I saw you, and I saw you, and I saw you, and those of you that are home, let me just tell you something. I saw you too. And for those of you that are home, if you think for a minute during this experience, you're going to be able to go, that's nice. As you're knitting, wake up, we're here. Can we say, hello, AVON? So here's some things that you need to know about my family. La familia de mí. I am Hispanic, my Puerto Rican. And I have to tell you, mi abuela, my grandmother, began selling AVON over 85 years ago. My mom sold AVON 65 years ago. 48 years ago, I paid for college selling AVON. Years ago, I ran one of the largest family support centers for high-risk teen girls. My youngest girl was a 12-year-old with twins. I knew something I learned because of AVON, something I learned a long time ago. If a woman knows how to sell, she will always make money. And so who did I call to help me? AVON. I called up AVON and I said, can you send me some volunteers to Bushwick, Brooklyn, to teach my girls how to sell? Now here's something interesting. What do you think AVON said? Yes. And they taught these girls. Here's the impact of AVON on those girls. We have several who are lawyers now, several who are publishing companies, several who have magnificent lives because they learned to sell and Avon cared. Can I hear a yay? And all through this, I knew one thing for sure, that something was going to occur in my life. And one day, today, I was going to hear, ding dong. And you did. Thank you for getting me here. There's something I've learned. You need to stay focused. Focused on your dreams. You have to know what you want. Deep down in your gut. You have to dream big. Dream big, big. Dream super big. Because I can tell you from my life, it happens when you dream big. You have to make sure that you know you are powerful, that you are inspiring, that you are cool, that you choose to be you. You know, there are 3 secrets that I know of, and here they are. The power of you matters. The power of you matters. I know this. I'm breathing hard, so just get over it. Say yes to Avon. Can I hear you say yes to Avon? You have to say yes to you. Yes to you. Now let's just clear on that. You're really saying yes to me, so we'll try that again. 1, 2, ready, go. Yes to me. That's right. We want to make sure that you do that. Now let me just be clear on something. Well, we're cool ladies. We have clearly surrounded ourselves with some amazing men. That clearly there have been some men, like the gentleman who just passed, and can we say, thank you for becoming an Avon angel. But clearly there are the men that get it. Avon is around for the long haul, and I stick with winners. So to all the men, if you would stand, if you can, if you stand, just raise your hand. If you don't want to stand, fine. But can we say yay to the Avon men? Love you. You know, one of the things, you can all sit down now. That's your time for the rest of this event. What I'm convinced about, obviously my grandma passed a long time ago. A year ago, literally today, my mom passed. Oh no, are you kidding? Do you think I got here without her being around? She needed to go so she could be an Avon angel. And there are thousands and thousands and thousands of Avon angels. Get this, you're existing 135 years. You got a lot of Avon angels. Every time that angel that they're selling for Christmas, oh, that's not any angel. That's an Avon angel. Can we hear a yay? Right? We need to know that this is our truth. So what is that truth? I got the power, you've got the power, we've got the power, Avon. Now let me teach that to you. Say, I've got the power. Point to yourself like this. Now you're going to say, you've got the power. And then you go like this. We've got the power. Now, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Those of you that are there virtual, I'm going to look at this camera right over here. Those of you that are virtual, I'm watching you. I'm watching that chat. I'm looking to see, I've got the power, you've got the power, we've got the power, AVON. And I want you to cut and paste that because you're going to need this the whole time. And for those of you Latinos, I'm just speaking Spanish for 1 second. Esa gente que son hispano, yo soy la primera latina aquí. Entonces me tienes que ayudar. Apunta, yo estoy aquí, estoy lista y tengo el poder. That's what we want to say. I'm just letting them know. So let's say the other piece. I'm going to rewind this. I just want to go back because I want you to practice. Ready? When you see this slide, all right. Did you happen to see that I got some hip style going on? This is, so instead of I've got the power, you've got the power, we've got the power, AVON, we're going to be a little bit more like, I've got the power, you've got the power, we've got the power, AVON. Now let me see that with a little bit more sass. 1, 2, 3, go. All right, so this is your thing. We're going to be doing this for the next couple of moments. When we see this, you're going to do this. Now, everybody says to me, how is this happening? What are we talking about today? We're talking about confidence. We're talking about it's the secret sauce. It's the kind that says, I am here. I'm showing up. It's about expressing yourself authentically. I got these glasses to be me. You got your things to be you. Is that correct? Yay? It's the freedom to be your most amazing self. The freedom to share you and to inspire others. You know, the senior leaders, you know what happens. It's like you just woke up, you don't have your makeup on, and somebody says, I love you, thank you for doing this, you're teaching me so much. And you're like, I'm just doing my thing. But the truth of the matter, you're doing your thing inspires others. Right? Freedom to love you exactly as you are. Let me tell you something. I'm perfect. I may not be your style, but I'm perfect. Right? But it didn't happen overnight. It did not happen overnight. Years ago, I did not feel confident. I didn't feel good. I didn't feel good about myself. I happened to be in a girls' gang. I was in the Bronx, and you'll hear a little bit of my story later on. But in that moment of being in a gang and feeling like this was all I was worth, I never imagined that people like you would ever care about somebody like me. I never imagined that I'd ever be here doing this. I was my worst enemy. If I stubbed my toe, I called myself stupid. If I failed a class, I said, why bother? If I dated a jerk, and Tex was a jerk, I thought that was all I was worth. I had no idea what I could be. And yet, I learned something. I learned that every day I was being blessed because in the gang, I was called La Loca. Oh, really? I thought I grew up. But you're not surprised about that. Now, La Loca means a crazy one. Yes, I am, clearly. But what I didn't know was in that being La Loca was also finding my fun, finding my joy, being who I was. And as I learned, I needed to learn how not to be scared, how not to be a loser, how not to be the person that would be hit. And let me tell you, AVON helped me. Can I hear yay? Yay! Let me tell you something. How this helped me was I didn't have money. And AVON, this woman recruited me. You're so peppy, you're so lively, you're so wonderful, you'll be great at AVON. And I'd be like, and she'd like, oh, you can do it, it's not a big deal. You just have to sell 10 people. You, in your right mind, think that I would approach 10 people and say, buy me? I'm the loca? And she said, no, I'm going to give this to you. I'm going to give you a pack of these. All you have to do is hand them out. That's all you have to do. Hand them out to everybody in college. And she gave me a stack of these. This is what I did. Wow. Ooh. Oh. Oh, I want that. I really want that. And she said, you can't buy it, you have to sell it. And she's the one that taught me about just hand it out, don't say a word. This will sell for you, right? She taught me about money and profit. She taught me about shipping and handling. You know, come to think of it, it's kind of like being in a 12-step program. She was my sponsor. She was the one that was helping me, right? And I heard speakers came to events like this, and I heard these speakers, and they looked at me like this. And you're going to do this, and you're going to do... Did you notice our hostesses with the mostest? They look so elegant. I'm still trying to figure out the woman in the blue dress, how she kept her thigh out the whole time. On high heels. Where are you? Where are you? She did that thing, and it's going to take me 4 years to learn how to do that thing. But I wanted to be one of them. I wanted that so much, and I wanted it. And so what they taught me was that I'm going to call her my sponsor. Come to think of it. She taught me that I could think financially. She taught me that I could be rich. She taught me to buy Think and Grow Rich, the book, and study it. She taught me, and I've been studying it ever since AVON. Now, for those of you that are new, that are watching, if you've never read Think and Grow Rich, you need to buy it and read it and study it. Because Think and Grow Rich isn't just about being rich financially. It's being rich emotionally, spiritually, intellectually, okay, and physically, and financially, right? But you have to do that. So I had to do that. So today, can I take you through my journey? All right, I'm going to repeat that. I'm going to go back. Clearly, I wasn't commanding enough. Can I take you on my journey. Well, the first thing that I'm going to tell you about is mirror talk. Oh, that was my New York accent that came out, mirror talk. Mirror talk, I had to learn because I don't know about all of you, this is what I was doing back then when I would look at myself in the mirror. Clearly, you all have taken showers, which is a good thing. So I would take a shower, I would come out of the shower, and I'd look in the mirror. And that's what I would do in the morning. I know none of you do that. And for those of us that are Zoftic, got stuff, I also wanted to know what would it be like without my stuff? So there's the counter. Now some of you do not know what I'm doing, but those are some of you that know what I'm doing. Here's the counter, because I want to see, and I go, and then I know what it'd be like without it. So that has been my mirror talk. Some of you are going, what did she do? What did she do? And you're like, you don't know, we're not gonna go there. So I found myself doing that. Then I started reading the books. I started reading books that filled my soul. I started listening actually to speakers who are filling my heart. I started being around people who were doing great things and really being amazing, like my AVON rep, like the people I was with. And what I learned was this: what I tell myself, I believe. And so I started a journey. I do take my shower. I do walk out, and I look at myself. I love you. I love you. I am so grateful you woke up this morning. I can tell you that there's so many people that are happy you woke up this morning, your husband, the kids. I'm here, I'm alive. Wow, I never noticed how beautiful your eyes are. Whoa. I didn't notice how nice your skin looks. Wait a minute. Why did I never appreciate that this gives a lot of love? Did you hear what he said to you? When he dated skinny, skinny, skinny girls, it hurt his bones. I love you. I love you, I love you, I love you so much. And then I play a song, it's on YouTube, it's written by The Walrus, some kids thing, and it's the morning song. And the morning song goes like this: good morning, good morning, good morning, hello, and how are you? Yeah, good morning, I say good morning. And now I play this song every morning. Well, you tell me, let me tell you something. I'm up there, and now I talk to myself, and I jiggle and sway, but it goes with the rhythm. So what are you doing as your morning talk? It's so critically important. What are you doing about being quiet? If you have busy lives? Can you just raise your hand? Well, I have a busy life too. As a matter of fact, I had a very busy life at one point. I realized, I had the kids, the dogs, and the cat. Oh, some of us are looking for love. Some of us have love. Some of us can't wait to get out of love. Right? Oh, and then some of you decided not only you're doing AVON, but you also work. You're out there working and selling AVON and doing all the stuff. Oh. What did they say? Just get involved in an organization, so then you started volunteering? Oh, this is so good. What? I'm supposed to take care of myself and work out. Right. Now Oprah and Pegine are telling me to meditate. Has anybody felt juggling looks like that for them? Yeah. So here we are doing this. And then Michael comes up and says, you can do it. You can come director too. What he didn't say is the directors who aren't taking care of themselves are doing this. Can I hear a yay? Yay? Well, that whole thing caused me to get really sick. One night I came home and I was standing at the stove. I had been working full time, going to school at night, having the 2 kids and the dogs and the cats and the husband. And I was at the stove and I told my husband, I don't feel good. Something's wrong. I went up to bed. The next morning, I said, I'm not going to work. I called up Migdalia, my assistant. I said, I'm not coming. My husband went to work. And about 5 minutes later, I couldn't move. The phone was right next to me. This is before cell phones. And I couldn't reach for it. I believe I do have angels watching over me. Because at that very minute, Migdalia at my office said, something's wrong. And she called David at his office. And she said, something's wrong. He says, I could feel it. He came running home, carried me, I was thinner, down the stairs. Went to the doctor. The doctor said, get to your emergency room right now. And for a month, I was in the hospital. My doctor was an old doctor, and he came up to me at the end when I was getting better. He said, I'm going to tell you something, 2 things, bits of information you need to know. 1, it's a lot cheaper to go on a cruise than be in the hospital. Or, talk about cheap, it's a lot easier to win the award to go to Hawaii than go in the hospital. Number 2, if you just learn to meditate, you will make it okay. So I want to teach you what I had to learn. If you would all just listen for a sound. I'm going to be quiet. I want you all to try to listen for the air conditioner. Ready? Great. Now what I want you to do is close your eyes and listen for the air conditioner. Say yay. That's meditation. Quieting your mind, listening on something else, so no thoughts are entering your head. Are you willing to meditate? If you do, you'll be more efficient at what you do. Can you take your hands and scratch your head? Oh, doesn't that feel good? Say, I'm grateful. If you can Can you stomp your feet if you're in scooters? No excuses. You're taking that little bugger and you're going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. If you can, I want you to go like this. Scoot, scoot, scoot. And let me tell you something. You people at home, I'm watching you. We've hooked up, NSA, you know, I'm watching you. Can you please put in the chat, I stomp my feet, so we know that you stomp. Now, here's the thing. I want you to go, whoa! 1, 2, 3. How awesome that you have a voice. In your books, in your workbooks, if you have them nearby, we ask you to write 10 things that you're grateful for. Let me help you out over here. Aside from scratching your head, which did. How many of you, I'm a mother of 2 children who serve in the military. If you have a child that serves, can you stand up? Thank you. Thank you. There are only a bunch of us that know what it's like to sign over those papers and to send them off. Can't really go out to work, pick them up by their outfit and say, you get home right now. Doesn't happen like that. So aren't we grateful for those who serve us? Aren't you grateful? Say yay. Aren't you grateful that you had this panelist of young people talking about, how to be on the cell phone and take pictures and do hashtags? As a matter of fact, would you take out your cell phone? Like, not so slow. Those of you at home, I want you to take out your cell phone. Here's where the gratitude is. Aren't you grateful you're at the AVON convention? Say yes. Great. So then I want you to take a picture of you, a selfie of you with everybody behind you going like this. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Everybody smile. If you're at home, take a picture of you at the monitor and write hashtag AVON convention. I'm watching you. So that's really important. We want to talk about, affirmations and mantras. I've been teaching you some affirmations, and here are some of my favorite affirmation and mantras. Because if you've watched TV, do you ever notice a TV commercial? Yay or nay? All right, let me just ask you. There's a company, an insurance company, uses a big football player, and it goes, right? If I said this, what is the jingle? Because some of you are my age. If you had the jingle, yum, yum, bumblebee. So those are people my age. We actually heard this for years. It was embedded in our mind. Mantras mixed with music make a difference. So, be feisty, be focused, be fearless, have fun. Be feisty. Take your hands, go like this. Be feisty, be fearless, be focused, have fun. Now you gotta have attitude. Be feisty. I started that when I was 22 years old. I started saying that mantra to myself because I was so scared, challenging myself, entering a new life that I didn't know, that wasn't part of the gang, that was part about being in sales and being in corporations and selling AVON and going to school. I had that mantra. Now I have a new one. Be bold, be brave, be seen, be heard, and be paid well. Be bold, be brave, be seen, be heard, and be paid well. How many of you have my song in your mind right now? Pegine, power, be feisty. You all can have your own song, and here's how. Take your affirmations. Write some lyrics. Doesn't have to be pretty. Just write them. Go to the website Fiverr, Fiverr, Fiverr. Type into the search and say, people who sing songs. And you too can hire somebody to sing the song you just wrote, and it becomes your song. Say yay. Yay. And then you can start listening to your own song. Why listening to Beyonce and everybody else when you could be singing, saying to yourself, I love me, I love me, I love selling Avon. Oh, I love me, I love me, I love selling Avon. Woo! I made that up. But you can do it. Here's another thing about a mantra. Everything always works out for me.
Everything always works out for me.
Now, some of you are going to get angry about that. Well, I can prove that nothing ever works out for me. If that's your mindset, or you just pick, well, look what's happening to my life. Look at the way I look. No, everything always works out for me. By the time you get my hair color, you actually realize that everything you were worried about, everything you were concerned about, everything that you freaked out about, either didn't happen, or you're still here, so it didn't matter. Say yay. Yay. So everything always works out for me. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here doing what you're doing. You wouldn't be able to access the internet. You wouldn't be able to be here virtually. You wouldn't be able to do all this if everything didn't work out for you, for those of you that are virtual. I want to make sure that you know something else, that you know that how you are, what you do, love what you do, share what you do. So would you all just stand up for a minute if you can? If you can't, make yourself available by just waving your hands. This is what I want you to do. I want you to walk around in a circle, and I want you to know, oh, I love what I do. I love sharing Avon. I love what I do. I love sharing Avon. I love what I do. I love sharing Avon. Now, everybody take your hand and go, Avon. 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 I love me. I love me. I share me. I share me. Ooh, send hearts to yourself. Now, those of you that are home, don't think that I'm not expecting you to do that. Your whole family at this point must say you're crazy. And you say to them, that's right, I'm part of the La Loca Club. All right, ready? 1, 2, ready, go. That's what you do. You say that and you move along. You recognize that confidence comes from trust. Trusting yourself. Trusting yourself. Trusting the process. Trusting the people. Trust was really hard for me. You know, I grew up in a home with a dad who was an alcoholic. One of the last times I saw him was when he came drunk. My mom had kicked him out of the house. He came back. There was punching and fighting. The cops came. They took my dad, threw him down the ground, and put handcuffs on him. And I was a feisty little girl who said, "Let my daddy go!" They didn't listen to me. I got angry, and I got caught up in a really bad space. Now, I didn't do drugs because my sister was a local druggie and prostitute. So I was not going to be like her. So I became tough. Can you tell? But at 17, I knew how to change my life. And I was standing in front of Jack's Candy Store with a bandana on my head. I used to smoke cigarettes, and I had chains. My boyfriend was Tex, who was all pockmarked and had love and kill on the other hands. and I look like this. I could do this better than anybody. You would have walked to the other side of the street. But in my head, in my heart, I was doing this. There has got to be another way. There has got to be another way. This can't be my life. Show me another way. And in that minute, I had a visual of me on a TV. Those of you in the audience aren't experiencing what I saw, but those of you at home. I saw that. In the gang, you never say goodbye. Like, hey, bye. It's more like, we do all these things to say goodbye. I went home. I walk cool, because we all walk like this. Now I know why my hips feel this way. Went home, went to the basement, put 5 countries in a hat, because I thought I was so cool that everybody would chase me. I put England. Paul McCartney had married the wrong woman. I put Italy. I like pasta. I put France. I smoke cigarettes. I thought it would look cool going, hello, how are you? I put Germany. I have no freaking clue. And I put Spain, because even though my family was Hispanic and Puerto Rican, my mom and my mom did not want me to learn how to speak Spanish because she suffered a lot. So my grandmother spoke to me and she said, you want to have some money? And I said, do you want some food? She would say it in Spanish. So those I knew, but I couldn't speak Spanish. And I really wanted to go to Spain. And I did. I went to Spain 2 weeks later on my own. No group, nothing. I found $1,000. It took you a while to get that one. I have since paid it back. And I opened 2 businesses in Spain on my own because nobody would hire me. I was 17 and a half years old. I came back when I was 23 after being in a bad relationship, and I didn't have anything, and that's when I found AVON. I went to school, and that's when I learned to trust people. Trust. And it was about trusting myself that I would do what I said I would do. That's a hard one for us, isn't it? Drives us crazy when we say, I'll do that, and then we beat ourselves up when we don't do it. Hint, don't say I'll do it. Just do it, but don't say I'll do it. Surprise them. I learned that your word to yourself matters way more than the word to somebody else. The words you use to yourself matter. How you feel about yourself, how you love yourself. Most of us, if we ever heard our kids talking to themselves the way we have talked to ourselves, we would change their lives. We would want to wash their minds out. Is that true? Yay or nay? If we heard anybody in their downline talking to themselves the way we have talked to themselves, we would want to do something about that. Trust yourself to take action for yourself so that you can do something. Trust that you're valuable. You're valuable. You're valuable to yourself because, trust me, if you're not valuable, you're not going to be sitting here, right? But can you turn to the person next to you and just say, I needed you here today? Turn to the person on the other side. Say, I'm so happy you're here. You want to make sure. Now, here's the other one. I need you all to say to the customers, I love you, AVON customers. I trust you, AVON customers. 1, 2, 3. They want to hear that. They want to know that. They want to feel it. You want to trust the process. Oh, you heard about a website. How many of you have ever had your phone upgraded? How many of you remember when you went from a dial TV to a remote? And then your nephew, your son said, Dad, Mom, I got you a new remote. It's better. How many of you want to take that remote and put it down the toilet bowl? All I want to do is watch my show. And yet, at the same time, how many of you love having all the channels? How many love that you could take your cell phone and show the world your 4,500 pictures of your grandkids or your dog? How many of you love getting phone calls on your cell phone? And you forgot what it was like when we had wires at home and couldn't have a cell phone. How many of you remember when you would call somebody, like your partner, your husband, and say to call them, and now he's calling you, and you want to go back to the old way? Right? So news, trust the process. There's new things. You know, lipstick does not come out of thin air. Lipstick, AVON lipstick comes from manufacturing. There are all these little, you know, Wonka, you know, what is that little, the Wonka, Willy Wonkas, you know, the little oompa doompa diddly day. I'm making lipstick all the day. Oompa oompa, do you want red, cherry, or blueberry? Here I go. Trust the process that you have these thousands of people manufacturing for you. People that are sourcing things. You had thousands of people, hundreds of people, okay, maybe it's 2 people, working on all the data analysis on the web design and the web and making it work. And they're praying they don't meet you. Because you all act like you know what's going on. So why don't you put it over there and put it over here? And if you did that and all that, you actually trust the process. They're going to figure it out. How many of you have figured out to work your microwave? They're working on it. Trust the process. They're all working out on your behalf. Trust that when mistakes are made, it's not personal. Mistakes happen, and we learn from them, and everyone needs you to succeed. This is what I've learned, and I got to tell you about this particular company. You know why they exist for 135 years? Because they care about your success. There are very few companies in existence right now that have lasted 135 years. This was a love child that has grown up, and now she has gray hair. And what she's saying is, it's not over, I'm just starting. She threw out the hair color, and she said, ladies, gentlemen, you're going to succeed because I'm still showing up. Say yay. Yay. We want to make sure that you are there for the next 135 years. We want to make sure that you love each other because it's in the family, la familia, the junta, the people together. It's in this way that we show each other love. Can you all take your hearts, put it next to you, go thumpity thump. thumpity thump. Now I want you to look at that camera over there that's panning the audience. The people at home want to see you sending them love. Ready? You're going to go thumpity thump. 1, 2, 3. Look at that camera. Send it some more. Make a big smile. Tell them we miss you. We love you. You're part of us. Now, and the chat rooms, you all better be doing it back to us. I miss you. I love you. I want to be with you. We want to let people know that you matter. Say that again. Sí, nos amamos. Thank you. I was trying to figure that one out. So in Spanish, I love you is nos amamos. So say nos amamos. All right, that's a first. So we want to know so that the people that are recruiting, I am so grateful for my recruiter because she took a scared young woman and made her. You want to trust your support team, your partners, your kids. You want to say, I got you. I got you, babe. I got you, babe. I got you, babe. I'm not going to sing the song because I just don't look tall and thin like that. I want you to make some noise because here's the thing that's so valuable and so important. If I say ding, you say? Is that all you say? If I say ding, you say? AVON calling, there are so many messages we want to say about that. AVON calling because all right, ladies and gents. Actually, gents. Can you all just stand up for me, gents? Now, at this point, most of you gents are saying, I hate this crap. But we love you so much, and we can't do what we do without you. So just say, I need in your deep voice, say, I've got the power. Ladies, don't say it. Let them do it. All right, guys, 1, 2, 3. So here we are celebrating 35 years of love. Lots of AVON love. Falling with yourself is the greatest gift. And in your book is a place to write, I love you. Now, I know that some of you don't have your book out. You have your phones out. Text yourself, I love you because. Text yourself, and I'm going to wait a few minutes. Write a review of all the things you've accomplished here and at AVON. If you can write it down. If you can't do it on the plane. I write love letters to myself and mail it to myself. Why? If I waited for somebody else to do it, I'd be waiting. I send myself flowers. I send myself flowers because I know how I feel when I send flowers to somebody else. When I send myself flowers, it's me saying, I love me. And I've spent way too many years saying the opposite. I've waited way too many years saying that, and it doesn't work for me. And it doesn't work for you. Say yay. Yay. I know that you are awesome. I know that you love yourself. I know that you want, let's put it this way, I definitely know that you want to love yourself. But here's how you show your love to yourself. Take a picture, take your camera, take a picture of yourself. I'll wait. Now, you could take 300 pictures. I really don't care. What I do is I go like this. And I delete the ones I hate. I keep the one I love, and I'm going to use #AVON, #AVON Power Woman. Power Woman, #AVON Power Woman. Take that picture, because I'm going to watch. If you're a guy, do AVON Man. If you're virtual, I want you to do it to yourself because we're watching you. We want to see you. And we want to make sure that you're being honored by all those around who want to know all the magnificence that you do, all the magnificence that you create. You know, one of the things that I've learned about being bold, being brave, being seen, and being heard came out of this experience. You think I was found, I must have hustled to get to AVON, to be on this stage. That's what people would teach me. "30 years ago, I didn't have the confidence to do this. I wanted it, but I didn't have the confidence." Anybody that is my size understands what I'm about to do. "30 years ago, I learned that what you dream and focus on, you receive. 30 years ago, I heard that this was possible. I didn't trust it, but I wanted to believe it. 30 years ago, I heard about vision boards and all that stuff. How many of you have heard of those? So I heard about a vision album. This album is over 30 years. I saw an AVON keynote speakers 30 years ago. I can't believe I'm doing this. Very few people ever get to see my book. 30 years ago, I wrote, can I come close? Can you get this? 30 years I wrote in my book, I keynote AVON. Big conferences. I have to thank AVON Angels. I had to thank you, Mom. I have to thank social media. I have to thank the people that help us, because here's the thing that I learned from this book. The book is never about how to do it. The book is about living it, being it, willing to accept it, willing to receive it, willing to have it come to you, willing it to just show up for you. And that is what this is all about. What I learned from that is somebody said, write what you want. And as you can see, I've got a lot of stuff, lots of stuff in here that I wrote that I wanted. Someone told me to take a piece of paper, fold it in 3, and write be, do, have. Just focus on what you're going to be and what you're going to have. This was written in 1986. And I wrote a note that says, October 15th, 2002, I did it. I set out. I did it. Pegine E. What are you writing? What are you declaring for yourself? What are you saying for yourself? And how are you saying it? You don't have to figure out the how. The how will show up. if it was purely social media and a bunch of my 5 women that found me in the Hispanic group, can you just stand up? You know who I'm talking about. Are they out of the group, everybody? If you're here, if you're not here in the back, you're hiding out. Great. So there was a group of women. Thank you so much. There was a group of women that wanted me to come and speak to AVON. And we spoke, and it wasn't going to work out. But this is what AVON women do. Those women took it up, said, we want her to come to AVON convention. We want to be here. That's what AVON people do. AVON people raise the bar. They bring people up. AVON wants you to make money, honey. Say yay. AVON wants you to go on trips and take your loved one with them. AVON wants you to wear that bathing suit no matter what you look like. AVON believes in you. And do you believe in you? Do you believe in you? Again. AVON wants you to know that I believe in the dream. I believe that I can. I believe that I can achieve. I know this is true. I know it because I wouldn't be standing here if I didn't believe. I wouldn't be talking to you if I didn't believe. Whenever I see this picture, what do I think? And here's what I learned when I was thinking about ding dong. What does that mean? Ding dong, ding dong. You know, opportunity, it's the ultimate of customer service. Forget about Amazon. AVON got us covered. So here's what ding dong is. Ding, D, stands for doing what you love. Say yay. Yay. I means investing in yourself. Say yay. Yay. N means never giving up. Say yay. Yay. G says grow yourself by action. Yay. D stands dare to be amazing. Yay. O, offer the opportunity to everyone. Yay. N means new people want to experience AVON. Right? G, great. AVON reps, smile. That's what ding dong means. That's what it's all about. That's what it is. And guess what? Your upline, your downline, your in-between line, the women you don't know, there is no competition in AVON. What there is camaraderie. It's like being an Olympian. You are like Olympians. It's not about, it's not about what she's doing. It's about what I'm doing. And guess what? While we're doing this, if you falter, you're sick, you can't do it, I'm not saying, tough baby, I'm leaving you. No, AVON people, go back. Pick her up. Hook her on. And let's go. Last night I saw 2 AVON reps. She was in the scooter, the other one was standing on the back. That's what AVON does. We are family. I got all my sisters with me. We are family. That's as much as we all know, right? We want to cheer each other, celebrate each other, love each other, because that's what it makes. I was so honored to speak with Carol and Becca and Evie as they were sharing about their experiences in AVON. But I also did something else. I spoke to women who, when I said I'm speaking to AVON, Do you know how many women I spoke to who said, oh, I remember Avon. I remember Mrs. T. She would come to our door. I haven't seen Avon in years. I remember Avon. She used to make us smell so pretty. Boy, I haven't seen Avon in years. It's up to us to talk about it. Our sisters from before opened the doors for you. We've got millions of women who don't know Avon. And let me tell you something. The book worked 30 years ago, it'll work now. Put it there, sell people, show it up, give it up, let them know. How many people are sometimes bored? Say yay. How many people would find it fascinating to go there, and if you gave them stickies, they would buy from you? Say yay. Right? You want to know that you can do it. You want to know. You know, look where we are now. Say yay. Look where you came from. Look where you are going. The greatest gift, one of the most doing what I do, I love what I do. To be acknowledged for it is amazing. Not what I go for, but it's beautiful. To see that magazine last night I went into the grocery store and I saw it, and then Michael saw it. If you follow me on Facebook, you'll have seen that I've been writing for days. Avon, and then this, and what? Okay, seriously, what are you going to do for me later on? Because I don't know that I could go much higher than I am right now. Right? You live the dream. You absolutely live the dream. Are you enjoying yourself? Say yay or nay. Yay. Are you loving it? Yay or nay. Yay. So now you could actually come with me to the Pegine Club, Pegine.club. Every day I'm doing one of these affirmations, these mantras, these calls. Every day I'm going to be reaching out to you. Every day I want to love you. Is that okay? So just remember that Avon is all about the connections, the people we meet. There's a team that accosted me in the halls. No, I accosted them. Thank you for letting me jump into your selfies. Thank you for allowing me to jump in and you're like, who is this crazy lady? It's me. The people we meet are important here. Not just your own team, the bigger team. They can help you. They can guide you. Your team matters. The women you work with matters. The customers that you work with matters. They love putting on their lipstick together. How many of you want to break those glass cases of the jewelry to try it on? We love trying on stuff. We love playing. We love it. Give us an opportunity. The people that I spoke to, interesting, the customers I spoke to, what they wanted from Avon was the mother-daughter experience. I'll say that again. They wanted the mother-daughter experience. Turns out, Avon is different than every other company I know of. It turns out, back when it started, it was part of having daughters involved. The little tubes that they used to try on. And all those girls are grown up. Hey, take big tubes, girl. Somewhere in there I have my lipstick. I can't find it now. It's just floating around over here. But everybody doesn't mind the size of the tube. What matters is that you give the experience. I'm asking you, have mother-daughter experiences. Have mothers educate their daughters about what they're doing. We talk about so much other stuff, but these are bonds that last forever. It's not just about the sale, it's about the AVON experience. I know. And you share it on LinkedIn, Instagram, you're gonna share it now. But here's the other experience that I want you to have. Steve, Michael, all these people that work for you at the home office, can we give them a round of applause? Oh, come on. To the AV people, to all the AV people that are helping us. Here's one we don't say thank you enough to. The customer service people. And finally, your designers, your engineers, all of the people that make AVON behind the scenes, AVON for you to sell in the front. Just remember, 135 years today, but it's a beginning for 135 years to the future. Every AVON person, every AVON angel is blessing you today. I bless you. I bless you with my deepest gratitude that each one of you prospers in AVON, that each one of you goes out and shares AVON, that each one of you falls in love with the career you've chosen, and that each one of you says, ding dong. Thank you.